Alright, so it seems like SEGA really want this to be the year of Sonic. They're really pushing that narrative right now because, I mean, let's face it, last year was not really much of a year of Sonic. I mean, what did we get? Colors Ultimate? Sure. So now they are pushing the 31st anniversary of our Lord and Savior. We've got news on Sonic Prime and news on Sonic Movie 3, including details about Shadow. So we're going to get into all of that right now. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers and hopefully 70,000 subscribers before Sonic Frontiers comes out. So Tails channel have tweeted this. It says, take a look at SEGA Japan's promotional logo for Sonic's upcoming 31st anniversary. And they show what has to be one of the most beautiful renders of Sonic that we've ever seen. Obviously, I'm a dirty, filthy liar because look at the fucking look at the arm. How did they forget how to make Sonic look cool? I don't understand how they forgot how to. Sonic used to look cool, man. Like he used to look cool. Like he had so much sweat. Every image you saw of Sonic was like, man, this dude got sweat. Now, what the fuck is this? Okay, I'm not even disappointed. I'm just, I don't even know why I am. It's ridiculous. Now on to Sonic Prime. As you already know, we got that little teaser before, which we obviously covered. And Netflix every year have this thing called Geeked Week, where they basically talk about upcoming shows and things like that. And on their official Twitter, they said, are you ready to get geeked? Drop what you're most excited to see in the comments. And Geeked Week is running from June 6th to June 10th. And if we look at the 10th of June show, which is a Friday, it's called the Cuphead show. But one of the things they're going to be showing is Sonic Prime. So the only assumption is that we're getting some kind of new footage of Sonic Prime. I don't know if it's going to be a fully fledged like 2-minute trailer or something like that, but we're definitely going to be getting some footage of Prime on the 10th of June. Maybe I'll react to the event, or maybe I'll just film my reaction to the footage. I don't know. We'll see as the time gets closer. But it's interesting to see that we're getting Frontiers on the 9th of June, and then we're getting Prime the day after. Now, the optimistic in me is saying that, oh, okay, that means that we are eating good. We're getting Frontiers gameplay, and then the day after we're getting Prime, the onslaught of content. But the pessimist in me is going, so if they disappoint us with Frontiers gameplay on the 9th and the gameplay looks mid as fuck and it looks like it's gonna be another Forces, then at least the multimedia will save us the next day. I don't want the pessimist to win, but I'm just saying that's the two sides I'm dealing with right now, okay? I am looking forward to hearing more Devin Mack as Sonic, see how he performs, and hopefully see some other characters in a locale that is not Green Hill Zone, but only time will tell. Anyway, back onto the main series, we got Sonic Movie 3. We got an article from Tails channel here and it says, Rundown, Sonic writers Patrick Casey and Josh Miller talk details about upcoming third Sonic movie. Writer duo Patrick Casey and Josh Miller talked about upcoming third Sonic film in a newly uploaded Q&A session. Patrick Casey and Josh Miller, the writing duo responsible for the first and second Sonic the Hedgehog live action movies, have talked about the films and the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in a small event held by Klamath Community College for its students. And this part is interesting. When penning for the first movie, the writers felt that the studio was not concerned with the source material due to the fact that it was not something like Batman that had comic book roots, with Sonic instead having video game roots, or same video game roots as if they're inferior to comic book roots. The studio did not have a notion of how big the gaming community for Sonic was. In the original script for the movie, Lee Majdoub's Agent Stone role was smaller compared to what was in the finished film. The character eventually got more screen time due to Jim Carrey requesting to have someone to play off with in Robotnik scenes. Hey, Jim Carrey really came through for him. During the production of the first movie, Casey and Miller were frequently brought on set to help with the dialogue and plot beats to make things work out better between actors. So it's interesting that the writers of the movie cared more about the lore, and they said the studio themselves didn't give a fuck. It's kind of interesting, like they didn't respect it because it wasn't as prestigious as Batman. Like Sonic the Hedgehog is ridiculous. A blue hedgehog, what? But the Batman? That's fine. Anyway, it's interesting because I mean the first movie design, there was an article about this and I covered this, I can't remember which video it was, but they basically said that they made the first movie design that ugly because they don't want to make it too similar to the source material because they thought that it wouldn't relate to the masses. So that ugly design was supposed to be some kind of mainstream design, and then they realized that everyone thought it was hideous and that they were completely fucking wrong, and then that's when we got it fixed. Sometimes respecting the source material isn't the worst thing ever, studios. Dr. Robotnik and Agent Stone's dynamic in the sequel was made as a response to how fans reacted seeing the two characters interact in the first movie. One of the inspirations on how to write Knuckles in the film was Worf from Star Trek Next Generation. Now, I don't watch Star Trek, so I'm not going to really give my thoughts on that, but I mean, those of you who do watch that, you can bring that up in the comment section if you think it was close to that. But it's good to know that they took feedback from the people. They saw that people liked Agent Stone, and they gave us more of him in the second movie, right? I mean, he's like an honorary Sonic character now. Like, at the end of the day, like, people don't really consider the human characters in the movie movies Sonic characters. They only consider like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik Sonic characters. But I think Stone has earned his place. I think he's earned his place. But here's where things get even more interesting. We get Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trivia, and it says, when asked about Amy and if she could appear in the sequel, the duo couldn't answer it properly due to a non-disclosure agreement, but said that things are in the works. Oh shit! That's not a confirmation of Amy, but it sounds like they want it to happen, okay? It sounds like they want it to happen, which is a good thing, because if we know that the writers are trying to gun for that, then if it doesn't happen, then I guess, you know, the studio got in the way and, you know, said some bullshit, but it's good to know that they want something like that to happen. In regards to Jim Carrey possibly retiring from acting, the duo was hopeful to bring him back for the third film, but said that it was mainly up to Carrey. Miller was careful not to comment on specific plot lines for the third film, but concluded it was not revealing, given Shadow's introduction to the movie franchise, that there are plans to incorporate elements from Sonic Adventure 2 and the Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off game in the film. Music to my ears, especially the SA2 part, but even the Shadow part's not gonna be horrible as well. But the SA2 part, like, this is what we wanted to hear, right? And it's not really surprising, but like, just to hear them say it is a good thing. Nothing could be said about Shadow's voice actor, but the idea of aiming for a famous Hollywood actor to voice Shadow the Hedgehog was not ruled off. It's interesting that they said not ruled off. You would think that they'd be like, that's exactly what we're gonna do, but you know, the fact that they said it's not ruled off, it's like, are they gonna consider like a newbie, or are they gonna bring back Jason? No, they're not gonna do that. But how good would that be? Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is currently on what is called the blue sky phase of script writing, where every idea of what the movie could be is being proposed and the staff streamlines it into what the movie should be. So basically like brainstorming, like coming up with like the ideas, and then we see what we keep later. The producers are aware of the fans' desire to get Crush 40 to appear in a Sonic film. Even though the movie planning is early, Casey did not rule off the idea of getting the band in the next film. Apparently I heard Crush 40 say before that they tried to get in and it just wasn't happening. I'm guessing the studios didn't give a fuck since they don't care about the source material. Maybe the writers are pushing for it, but there's probably some internal battle there going on. Miller says, in each new Sonic movie, as long as the people got the appetite for them, we'll keep adding yet another person from the game universe. The current plan is to get the third movie released in 2024. So yeah, man, this is some pretty solid news here. Like, I mean, we knew that it was going to be inspired by SA2, but it's good that they're saying SA2 and Shadow the Hedgehog. They're basically telling you where their thought process is. No mention of Whis whatsoever, which is good. We don't want to see Whis in the movies. No one wants to see that. No one, okay? As for Jim Carrey retiring, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they pull off the movie without him. I guess they'd have to lean more into Gerald Robotnik. But the fact that Amy could really be happening, I mean, they did say they wanted to pull from SA2, so it's not too much of a surprise, as Amy was a pretty important character in SA2. But I do think Rouge is also important as well, like if you really want to do the SA2 thing, because as I said before, you've already got Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles from the hero story in SA2. You're gonna have Shadow, you're obviously gonna have Robotnik. The only playable character from SA2 missing would be Rouge. So I'm not saying shove her in there for the sake of, but like it would be nice to have that full SA2 reunion, you know, to have the other 5 characters and then not have Rouge. I don't know, it's like when you watch a sitcom and then after like a few seasons one of the actors leaves the show or gets fired and you're like, what the fuck? Like now I have to compare the episodes without this actor to the episodes with the actor, and like why do you have to ruin the show by leaving? Like fuck off, like what the fuck? But yeah, Sonic Movie 3 is shaping up to be something truly special based on what we're hearing, and based on the track record of Paramount right now, they're on fire. And whether it surpasses the second movie or not is mainly going to hinge on how well they handle Shadow's character, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this situation. The 31st anniversary is underway. We are getting news left, right, and center. We are less than 2 weeks away from the Frontiers gameplay reveal, which means we're less than 2 weeks away from finding out whether the multimedia has truly taken over or if the games have got some punch to fight back. Of course, a big shout out to my members. If you want to become a member, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.